Um, like I have always wanted to do, I said I was going to. I just came out from the tent where I sleep, so I said I was going to do. This is a special remembrance for me, and also a thank you to the people that showed me how to make my tent, and also to continue to expose your wicked, sick human race of situations they put people because it's fucking cold out here. And also lastly to teach, I don't know, anybody who this can benefit from, how to unmount a tent. I had to wait till this time, 9 o'clock, so that the day will be brighter. So I wish I could unmount it and then mount it again. Let me see my energy because I have things to do today. I have to go back to where places I dropped my CVs yesterday. Some parts actually told me, some stores and places told me to come back today. A couple of them, I think 3 or 4. So I'd like to go back if possible today. Even if I know I can also go on Monday next week. So let me try. I had to buy this. All my money, I'm buying everything. Yesterday I bought another of this so I can change. I bought this also. Let me show you things. You might need this for your neck in case it's cold. If it's summer period, better. But if it's cold period, you need all of this. And I also have my hand gloves as well. So I'm just going to be showing you one thing after the other as the homeless person you've put in me for the past 30. If this thing is on routine, this is what I always tell people, because you are trying to tell people, oh, you are doing this. As I heard some of your online machinery slaves, cranks, pedophiles, disgusting motherfuckers saying 5 years. This is not 5 years. My entire 15 years in Europe, caricature. You see these things, everything here. What I eat today, my 1 cent is not in it. It's almost 1 year now I've not worked. So everything I've been eating practically have been given to me by people that didn't bet me. They are not billionaires that sent me the money I'm using to survive. Debt money piling on my head. In my bank in in Germany, I have debts everywhere. My phone bills, my insurance bill, everywhere, debt. Now, all this money, everything I'm using to survive was also sent by me. There are debts I'm going to be paying continuously. And I don't know if you people think I'm enjoying this, if this is fun. It's not fun for me. I'm aware of what you are doing. This is why when I wake up like I did this morning to go and pee and come back, because when I wake up around 6 or 7, I just take my things off and start my day, my gymming and everything. Today is actually even the money I used to pay for the gym, everything, debt money that I will be paying back, because the moment I get a job now, after I pay my rent, do my monthly city ticket, I put little money for me aside to eat, everything, the remaining money goes to paying debt. I'm sending it back to the people that have been sending me money, that have sent me money, because actually this is it. The remaining part of my salary, I'm using it to pay all the debt. Even the gym I went to in Deutschland also, there I'm still owing debt. Thank you. But what I'm continuously telling you, did I bet? See, you know what they say? Jump and pass. Jump. I jumped all your trap and passed. I didn't fall into your category of the people you put on the street. They start drugging. They become drug addicts, they become drunkard, they become thieves. Their life turns upside down to the extent that some of them commit suicide, they die. You put people in this condition, you stalk and flood their spaces with stalker, predator, sexist men and women. This morning when I was going to the gym to even go and pee, predators were already in front of there. See, I've told you, when I get my, self-protection AK-47, I will buy a rifle too. I will also buy a pistol. Motherfucker, fuck around. No. Come here, what you doing? Fuck around. I will tell you I've not survived rape, sexual abuse, assault, molest from men, women, white, Arabic, Asiatic, black people. Even up to a couple of months ago, you use your innocent children that I'm old enough to be their mother to grab my ass and my breast. I will tell you I've not survived it for nothing. For 30 years. You will get the memo. But even now, try me. You know me. Your Arab, your Amon, your Ales, your Buddha, your Didlas, especially you black pretenders, hypocrites that are part of this shit and you want to be pointing finger. Pedophilia, mechanized, used to mentally, emotionally, psychologically, sexually break people down energetically, put them on the street. You use their sanity, their mental health. You so-called black ancestor, you are joining them. Then later you want to be saying colonial. Colonial didn't do you anything. Nobody is putting chains in your hands and your legs anymore. No motherfucker is putting you in cages anymore. You even traffic your children now. You pimp your black children, black on black crime, and you also pimp your colonial white, Arabic, and Asiatic children into this pedophilia as smear campaign and as flying monkey, colonization in reverse. I've told you, the earlier you start taking your responsibility into your hands, the better. I've told you, you see, you pedophilic, child-marrying, terroristic Muslim that they were saying I'm scared of, you know what's up. And you know when you hear my name, you shiver. You and your terroristic child, pedophilic, marrying, useless Muslims, that your pedo Quran is the whole version of your pedophilic Jesus Christian Bible, where they fuck children as well inside your Vatican, in your churches my eyes have seen, and I'm a survivor of all of you put together. I have told you. The earlier you start to take your responsibility into your hand, all your religious bullshit, your political, your traditional, your religious, traditional, political, bomboclati, useless billionaires, all involved in this shit, controlling the rest of you under them. They are rich and miserable pedophiles. You are the poor and miserable pedophiles under them. You are aware, and then you are still there practicing the pedophilia. Tomorrow you want to continue to they are thieves, they are sitting on generational wealth. You know, yet you are involved in this pedophilia, yet you carry your fucking children, mental health, their sanity, their childhood, their teenagehood, their angelicness. You pump them into this shit, into this sexist shit. You adults, you generational evil adults that eat children, you are children eaters. You breed children to eat them. You are children vampires. You are devils in human forms. This is why when I see these young children, especially after you used 2 children that I'm old enough to be their mother to grab my ass and breast, I've been telling them, if you don't come near me drastically, like no adult is coming near me. But the words I'm still going to be speaking on your behalf, it is you that will free yourself and disintoxicate yourself from this generational pedophilia, ruining you and ruining your head. The adults betting you, they don't give a fuck about you. They give a fuck about their legacy. They want you to continue their bloodline of pedophilia. They don't care whether, see, they actually want you to be in positions where they know you need the latest iPhone, the latest computer, the latest PS game, the latest clothes, the latest Jordans. These useless adults before you, they know this is what you need. So when they are wanting to use you, or when they bet you into this earth, they give you these things to control you. They give you these things to send you to the streets, to social media, to be pedo-talking, pedo-clowning for them. This is what they breed you for. So when you start working the earlier, since we all know that they are a group of pedophiles, your pedo-bomb pussy begin to Obama, Trump, and the most political, religious, traditional leaders, and they are rich and miserable billionaires, supported by the poor and miserable morons, adults, all of them, on top of you, sitting on this wealth. We are all aware of this. The only thing you can do for yourself, you young people, stand your ground. You cannot remove them from those positions. And you should not be preoccupied about fixing what you did not break. Mother Nature gave all these words to all of us. Since you know they are sitting on it, we are all aware. Even me, I'm in this situation because of group of useless women who bet these men, and then later they go together and go and be doing feminism, woman empowerment, forgetting that the same way they breed women is the same way they breed males that grow up to become these useless pedophilic men who came together like bitches, low self-esteem, to create this pedophilia called pandemic, to capture women, to break women down, to turn women's life upside down, to put women in their category of low self-esteem before they can approach them. They want women to be in situations like this before they approach them. These the same women are the ones that bet them. There are a lot of pedophile women involved in this shit too. So you young gays, I'm just telling all of you, irrespective of whether they are male or female, they are the same pedophiles. Because these women are the pedophiles that breed these sons that grow up to become pedophile men, that are the number one pedophiles, which means they are reflections of the women that bet them. It's like clowns in the circus, pedophiles in the circus. Don't try to fix what you did not break. If there is anybody you can help in your life, like I'm doing with my distance now, I do it from a distance. So I'm celibate, I'm child-free, I'm pet-free, I'm friend-free. You are not missing anything. At the age of 3, I was teaching my adults already. You are looking at a motherfucker that never had a childhood. So it's your job to stand your ground. There are even kids, children involved in this shit that don't know anything left and right. I bent down like I'm bending right now. I talked to a 1 plus or 2 years old child. Bas is Arab. Baby did like this. Vas is Ammon. The mother was there. This child was singing inside the train. The whole world was watching. Pretenders. Especially you black people, you love to pretend. I've told you I will never tolerate you in person. I can watch your social media reels, I can watch your whatsoever. But you see you pedophile blacks involved in this shit and all your useless celebrities in your useless entertainment industry. Like they are useless political, useless religious, useless traditional industries with all your useless billionaire ruling all of you. You blacks, I can never tolerate you. You are part of this shit. You are part of this moronic shit. You are part of this nonsense. I can never tolerate you in person. This is not a race thing. You should know. I'm not my skin color. I've told you all. Because when you put yourself in this situation, useless ancestors of the earth, this is why these children of your colonial white Arabic and Asiatic masters are now slaves to their fellow white Arabic and Asiatic billionaire and higher crooks pedophiles ruling this earth. Everybody are slaves now. Everybody. Even you blacks, you use your black children to pedophile. You use the children of white Arabic Asiatic children to pedophile. This small crumble money you are permitted as a colonial slave, property of your colonizer that your ancestors to disgrace. Is what you are. The small money they permit you, you pump them into the same pedophilia. Why your neighborhoods, your black Africa, your project home, people are there dying of poverty. Then tomorrow you want to be pretending like you don't know where all this is coming from. You are equal to your colonizers. They themselves, they use their children, white Arabic and Asiatic, to pedophile. And then they also use you black continuously. You are all birds of the same feathers. And they themselves, they must know that they are doing all this to nobody but their ancestors. That is the most. Today I'm still like, what? So these people don't. Since I was a child, I was saying one day they will realize, because as I'm here, I've seen, since I sit down like this, I see how Second World War, First World War, how things happen in the past. I've been to this head before. I've been telling you people. So since I was a child, I said we will see, because these white Arabic and Asiatic people, they need to know that whosoever they are embezzling, milking, using, enslaving, whether mentality today, now they will change one day. Instead, the black rulers worldwide have joined them to not only be pedophiles, but they are not you traffic your own black children worldwide now, like you pimp them, and then you also this is why they think me and you people, we are the same. A lot of your children you bring to the diaspora, you bring them for prostitution, you bring them for pimping. This is why they think we are the same thing. No. They don't have respect for themselves. They don't have respect for you blacks. They don't have respect for anybody. Then you see you black Muslims that you are there. You are joining this pedophile. I used to be in this occult called religion. I had to disintoxicate myself. It was not easy. So I'm aware that a lot of times it's not easy. Because the same way you have pedophilic unbelievers, the same way this Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, in this, in all of them, especially the Muslim and Christians, they are the number one top runners of this pedophilia and hypocritic evil ruining this earth. You black Muslim, you still don't get the memo. Especially you, those ones from South Sudan, when I'm asking you, what is your mother language? Arab. I said, what? Are you okay? I know all the languages and everything comes from blacks. But your mother language you speak in that your village, your land where you were born, what is it? They will not tell me one name of one language. I'll just look at them. Arab is the language of your colonizers. I asked a child yesterday misbehaving inside the bus, a black-skinned child. a black-skinned Muslim with white Muslim. I told him, I said not to be discriminatory to you white-skinned Muslim, because at the end of the day, I am your ancestor. But I want you black fool that is ancestor to know that you see these white people, check their religion. I want you to show me how many black Muslims are billionaires. Those ones that go to give top models, pedophiles, sexist pedophiles, incurable sex addicts, that give top models 1 million to go for coffee dates. Why you have Muslim people dying of hunger worldwide? They are there sexist. Just coffee dates. This motherfucker will give me million to top model escorts. Then tomorrow they go and do alamanga rubbish. I asked that black child, I said, you don't know their names, that they call you dark-skinned Muslim worldwide. They call you Habd. You are Habd. Habd, A-B-D, is slave. When they gather in their white Muslim group alone, they call you black Muslim slave. No. Habd is what they call you. Hab Azvad, black slave, is what they call you. Habd Asvad is what they call you when they're in their white gathering. This is why you don't have black-skinned people as billionaires. Those Saudi pedophiles, you see all of them, they are light-skinned people. You are still there. You ancestors fooling yourself. You think they give a fuck about you. This is why when I ask you your mother dialect, all of you are saying Arab. You don't even know yourselves anymore. You are lost. So I've told you blacks, if you don't come back to your senses and repair the same thing goes to all the Christians on this earth. I've told you one time in one of my videos, your entire religion, whether Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, all of them, they come from your tradition. From you black people. Another day I will do a video of this. When you look at that, your quack useless tradition, that useless tradition you used to eat your flesh and drink your blood, fly from coven to coven while you are using their own. The power they acquired from you. This is why I woke up. The power they acquired from you, they are using it to continuously increase their own technology, make planes to fly on the skies. You are still using the remaining traditional power you have to fly from coven to coven. That power, that's your tradition, is what they made into Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, everything come from you black. You don't know. If you go to your Africa, especially your Africa tradition, you have Orisha. If you go to the creation, the traditional creation of human being, whether it's Yoruba or whether it's Igbo or whether it's Bini or whether it's everything come from you black. Don't talk in my video. Colonial perverts. I'm teaching your children what they don't know. Come from you black. You have your chi, which are the smaller gods, to your chuku. See, this is actually how you have God and your Jesus. Your Allah and your Muhammad. Your Buddha and their priests. I'm giving you knowledge now that nobody wants you to know. I've been teaching this. They always blur my videos. When you go to your Yoruba tradition, you have what they call Olorun, you have what they call Orisha, you have what they call Shango, all those ones are what you also call your God, and then your Jesus, and then your Holy Spirit, and everything comes from you. You don't know. Instead, your power, your witch, use it to fly from coven to coven, harm your own black self. You can't use it to free your black race. You can't use it to free the children of your colonial masters, white, Arabic, Asiatic, that are now slaves to their own fellow white, Arabic, Asiatic, just like you blacks are slaves to them. You are the problem of this earth, blacks. I've told you there is nothing you can... See, we can never... I don't know... There is... See... I will not accept any apology. You have been raping me since I was 1 year old plus. My first rapist was a pedophile Muslim. Raped me at least 5 to 10 times, followed by a Christian, followed by an unbeliever in your useless Africa. In your Western world, you have done the same thing to me. You joined them, your white, Arabic, and Asiatic men and women, to rape me in this Western world more than 20, 30 times already. In Italy, I reported that prostitution matter that my mother was trying to put me into for more than 8 to 10 years. They will write my statements. They will give me chocolates and take me back home. Every time. You failed yourself. You didn't fail me, Italians. Ask the useless woman that brought me. I've never wanted to come to Italy. I was in Africa when I already knew about trafficking mafians, black mafians who traffic their own black children to this Europe. Their headquarters are in Italy, Spain, and Dubai. But these people are sex slaves everywhere. But the black people prepare them from Africa and many parts of the world. They troop them to these 3 particular places. Then the mafians in these 3 particular places distribute them worldwide. I've been aware of this since I was a child in Africa. Everybody pretending. So I never wanted to step my leg. You see, this is why when I hear Dubai talking, my divine feet can never step there. I never wanted to go to Italy as well. When you just come, not more than 1 year, you will go to another country and continue your life there. This was what my so-called ex-biological mother told me while she was bringing me and my ex-brothers to this Europe. We came with first class, let me even tell you. As I'm here, she has an Italian passport. I didn't request. I started the process, then I left it to one side. I said, no, I've never wanted to be in this country. So why request for the passport? My own befisted, my Italian permanent permit to say I worked for it. I didn't wait for the privilege of DNA mother that has a passport to give it to me. I worked by myself for it. So that I can leave that country. And they heard it, they make sure they didn't give it to me. 8 years, they locked me down in Italy. No job, food abuse, hunger abuse. Even my own family member would throw me out of the house. I will go to so-called friends, they will leave me to sleep outside. You see this sleeping outside? This is not the first time. I've been on this routine even as a child in Africa, where before the age of 9, I hawked everything on the surface of this earth to survive. Where I was being raped, abused, and molested on routine when my father became poor. Because I told you I was born into privileges. When my father became poor, when you say extreme poverty, this is why I tell you people, you say there is poverty on this earth. Okay, I'm asking you, how many of you, even in your Africa, your Asia, your everywhere, facing true hunger, have ever eaten the remnants of people to survive? Because of hunger. I have. How many of you have eaten the food of dog to survive? How many? I have. How many of you have eaten sand? Sand. You started packing sand to just have food in your stomach. I have. This is why I did appendix, because this unripe fruit and sand I was eating gathered in my stomach. I almost died. I've said the story in the beginning of this video I will add to the video that I'm doing right now. I would have died because of hunger abuse. It's been a long time you've been doing this to me. But at the same time, I also have dined with governors, nobles, princesses. I've been in places where Miss World, Miss Universes have been to. So this is why I'm telling you, rich and miserable like the poor and miserable. My life is too balanced to be impressed by you human beast. You don't have anything to impress me. My legs have entered places that your entire bloodline and your wongoro, your quack cars. When I see idiots parking flashy cars, coming around me like pedophiles and everything, I tell them, I've been predated with a motherfucking predator with private jets before. I didn't give a fuck. Talk less of the scrap flashy cars you want to be flashing with. These cars you are riding. The people I used to move with in Africa 20 years ago, little 16, 15, 14, 18 years old, they were driving cars that were expensive than this your cars you are using to roam everywhere. Yeah, you that is colonial. They were politicians and rich people's children, those crooks that are your core colonial crooks, they help you to loot the money, embezzle the money, then you eat it together. They are children back in Africa that I used to roll with. 14, 12, 16. The cars they were driving 20 years ago, they are more expensive than this flashy rubbish bangolo you carry around using to show. You can't impress me. I've been there. I've seen everything on this earth. The shadow of my shit cannot be impressed. So I've told you people, if you want to fuck around, wait when I get my AK-47. Self-protection gun, my rifle, my pistol will be talking for me. And if I also catch you around anybody's child that is not involved in your pedophilia, that AK-47 rifle, pistol, self-protection gun will also talk for me as well. So let me round this up real quick because I have things to do. But if you want to continue to fuck around, you must continue to know that you will find out. You've done this to me, I just told you, in your Africa. I'm in Europe for 15 years, the same routine. In Italy, I don't know how many times I slept on the street, no food to eat. I almost died. I don't know. I became... In France, the same thing, you did it to me. In Germany here, you did it to me, where they taught me how to finally make my tent. I can sleep, at least have a place to protect myself from wind or anything, to just have, even if a lying place. You did it to me. I stayed in Germany 1 year and 9 months. For 1 year plus, I was homeless, no home. Moving from one place to another. When I will even have money to rent hotel, you will pack your diddlers, your child fuckers, your child marriers, diddlers. White, Arabic, Asiatic, black, everybody, even your children there, to come and be pedophiling. You go to hotels to fuck your children too. This is what I'm telling you. Did I bet? No. I'm child-free, I'm pet-free, I'm friend-free. For eternity, I've done all of this. I don't have time for nonsense anymore. Yesterday, lastly, I was watching a video, and a couple of times I've seen white people sing like black. When you hear this song, when they open their mouth, motherfuckers, cold, we hold you from your head to your toes. You will feel that song to your soul, and it will look like your original first ancestor of this earth is singing. Then when you will look at who is singing it, a white person, you will be shocked. I told them in the comment section, I said, we are supposed to have passed this stage by now, where white people sing like their ancestors, and everybody will be shocked. Because whether you like it or not, you blacks, these white, Arabic, and Asiatic children or people, they come from you. They also have blackness inside of them, but because of the fear of, if they behave like blacks, if they talk like black, if they act like black, if they sing like black, they can be called cultural appropriators. Like you do, you cry online every time now. You cry for nonsense. People sing like black, you complain. People wear black clothes, speak black language, eat cook black food. Everything you want to be cultural appropriation. You are not thinking of dedicating that energy into freeing your black race and your entire human race from mental slavery, like the pedophile games of pedo stalking, molesting, sexing, predating, that you all participate in, and you pretend like you don't know what you are doing. Me, I'm not a pretender. I've done my part. I've told you, if I'm walking on the street, they are raping a child, I swear with the last drop of my blood, I'm not defending anything. The only time I will maybe do that thing is when I will have my AK-47. But you see, as I'm here now, when I will have my AK-47 child self-protecting gun. But as I'm here now, they are raping your child there, I will pass. You know why? I might stop to want to help that child. If the child's brain is not in the right state of mind at that time, if the rapist runs away and police comes, that child can mistakenly say it's me. I will go in for a crime that I did not commit. This is what I'm telling you, young children on this. Don't fix what you did not break. There are things you can help people in, but you see, the problem ruining this earth is not your problem. The adults before you put all here. I'm telling you. Because since all of you are pretending like you don't see this, you don't know what I've been going through on this earth since I was a child. You don't know you've been raping me, you've raped, abused, molested me, men and women, above 30, 40 times since I was a child, to my teenage days. Even as an adult here now, I've told you up to a couple of months ago, before I left Berlin, they touched my house in 4 different companies. I'm talking of 5-star companies and Michelin star companies. Restaurants where I work. That when they touch my house, it's not just, they will do it once. What is this? When I call them out, the bosses will close my waitress contracts. This is why I've been jobless. So you do this to people and expect them not to call you out. You do this to people and expect them to be quiet. See, I'm talking for myself, first of all, and I'm also talking for a lot of your victims that you have silenced, that can't talk. I'm also talking for a lot of those ones that are 6 feet, that have died, and you will not say, oh, depression killed them, trauma killed them, this killed them, childhood trauma, or hey, this or this. You are the one killing people up and down. Imagine if I'm dead, especially when you use your 10, 11 policies, like these policies that sexually harassed me, on top of brutalized me the other day, that are giving the innocent good policies, few good policies, bad names. Like you used them to rape me 2 times during the peak of pandemic. I've made an audio, a video about that. I uploaded it. I will upload it later before this one. They told me to stay still on that bed, that if I moved, they were going to move me with their crack pistol that they hold. I've told you people, when I was a child, 9, 10 years old children inside the boarding school, they were being raped by thieves. They didn't come with crack and shoot. They came with AK-47. I was jumping on them. I was biting them. I was fighting them. I said, you came here because the children I went to school with, they are billionaire, millionaire children, people's children that spend money like water. So they came with a list. It's like they had an informant that came with the names of people. It was during the ending of the season, school season. So they came to ask us our money. They didn't only collect money, they were raping children, choking hands. The police the other day was asking me, hey, you say police rape you? How did the female police rape you? Blah, 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 blah. I said, blah, 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 blah. Now, let me tell you, the female police did not just rape me, and the female police that was a rapist that raped me amongst the white, Arabic, and Asiatic male police that came with her, they were like 5 to 6 in that particular, because they done it 2 times to me, was not just a police, but a black police. Now, talk again. He shut up his mouth. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You say blah, 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 blah. Me, I'm telling you now that you colonial are doing this to me. Blacks that say they have the same skin with me, they've done worse. You think you are worse? Blacks have done worse to me. He was shocked. He shut up his smelly fucking colonial mouth by force. How did you rape me? Children in my school, back then, with thieves that came with rifle. All the guns and everything trooped in by your corrupt black leaders in conjunction with your colonizers for you people to be killing yourself up and down. Black on black crimes. They came with AK when I was jumping and biting them. I was a child. I was like cockroach. They told me, they said, you cockroach, you mosquito. You think the guns we are carrying they took me like this on my shirt. Like this. They use one hand like this to carry me. Like this. Outside, they threw me on the grass the same way those polices a couple of days ago threw me. Non-Swedish indigenous polices. I will continue to let you know they are Swedish people disgusted at these bastards ruining their country with these shameless Swedish people joining them. This is what is giving me peace and joy. There are Swedish people who, on my behalf, I know can take a motherfucker down because of me. We don't talk. I'm nobody's friend here. But I walk and I observe the character of people, the energy of people. These polices again that did this to me, they were not indigenous Swedish. They are white people, but in Swedish police uniform. Maybe they were born here, they grew up here, they become police. They are not indigenous Swedish people doing this in Swedenland. Like you pedophile Muslims, I said it the other time, I will make a video. Writing your names everywhere, lying up and down, misbehaving, diddling, child predator, child marrier, terrorist. Did you write your name on monuments, expensive Swedish monuments? Swedish people don't do this. Swedish children don't go around writing their Swedish name or Swedish everywhere. You will leave your land. You will come here and come and be writing Muslim, Muhammad, Ali, this, that. In another person's land, what you can't do, if you do that in Dubai and Turkey, they will cut your hand, cut your neck. Then you will come to another person's land and come and be exhibiting your miscreant behavior here, your terrorist behavior. I've told you I'm here to hedge. When I'm settled down, you Muslims, is either you will respect yourself in this land with the black idiots in this land and all you foreigners in this land, or you will all go back to where you come from. You will leave this country. If you can't behave well, you will leave this country. So when that useless non-indigenous police the other day giving the innocent few good polices good name, a bad name, making all polices look like they are bad, which is a lie. The same way it threw me on the grass yesterday is the same way those thieves when I was a child in Africa with AK-47, not like this cracker pistol that these polices hold here. AK-47, they took me outside like this as a child. One hand like this, they threw me on the grass. They brought out that AK-47. They say, you think we are holding a toy here? They spread it like chin-chin on the head. They thought I was going to be scared. I told them, I said, look at me. I'm not scared of you. I was a child. Fuck you. You human beings, you don't know me. I don't have skeleton in my cupboard. I'm perfect from my head to my toe. I've always known this is not my planet. You think I'm scared of shit? I'm not like your slaves that you hold with one video of one crime or the other that they have committed. They can't talk. There are 1% of them I also talk on their behalf. They wish they can talk, but they can't. Me, you can't hold me with anything. I've entered places where I've seen things being done. I'll be, ooh, this is what you do here. I don't give a fuck as long as you are not bringing it near me. I've sat in places where they pass marijuana from person to person. All of them smoke. Go and ask people I used to roll with. I will not lie. There are people that I used to be friends with. They do drugs. I even tell them, I say, this things you are doing is not good though. You are destroying your life. What is your life? When I'm sitting there passing their marijuana, I say, hey, they got to a stage they respect me. The people I used to move with, when they are smoking cigarettes, they know I don't like it. They will move like this. If I'm here, they move here. We are talking, they smoke their cigarette, or blow the smoke elsewhere. This is how they used to respect me because of how I put myself. I don't discriminate anybody. I tell you what you are doing is wrong. If you want to continue, it's your life. Like I also used to have friends from your LGBT, pedophile, lesbian, smelly, STD, herpes, pussy eaters that are part of this stalker, predator, sexist roaming everywhere. Back then, when anyone wanted to do trans, start taking all this hormone injection, and I always, the same way I tell them, I said, this thing you're about to do is very, very drastic. You can do tomboy, you can dress like a tomboy, dress like a drag, but if you start this hormonal injection, I've seen a lot of people this transition and their lives were never the same again. I've seen a lot of people enter states of instability mentally. These things you are about to do, I always, in my life, I don't discriminate nobody, it's your life. I'm like Mother Nature. I tell you, this thing you are doing is not good. If you go ahead to do it, I cannot come and kill myself because of you. I've been like this since I was a child. I defend when I have to. Always, like this one saying marijuana is not a drug. My first rapist as a 1-year-old child, when he's done with marijuana, his head is done. He comes to rape me. Anything that can control your head is a drug. So marijuana is equally a drug. Like your cocaine, your heroin, your crack, everything, they are drugs. Permitted by this rich and miserable perverts controlling your head to destroy all of you. They make it available. Like your cocaine in your, what do they call it, medical industry is used for a lot of stuff to aid good health in a way, your cocaine. But now they also put it on the street available for people to use it and kill themselves. Just like they say doctors now recommend marijuana for sleeping, for a lot of people that have a sleeping problem and all those. But they also put it in the street to be also sold illegally to destroy people's life. So you cannot tell me marijuana is not, because everybody you want to always justify, Rastafari, fuck you. If you say you're Rastafari, they were talking about Bob Marley the other day. I don't know any Bob Marley song from the beginning to the ending. I'm not against what you believe in. I have my own philosophy. Every man on this earth that created the philosophy running this earth were all bettered by who? A woman like me. I can never belittle my divineness to obey the philosophy of a man or anybody created, carried inside the womb of a woman like mine. I don't know how you people live your life, especially you mothers of the earth. I don't know what you've done to yourself, but it's your business. I can never belittle my divineness for trash. Trashy philosophy. I want to see anybody that will come and tell me they fell from the sky. No, all of you were bettered by a woman. Like me. Which means I am superior to you. If the rest of these women don't know themselves, it's their problem, not mine. So you can't tell me marijuana is not a drug. Like cocaine, like heroin, like crack. I have seen this thing destroy people. Back in Italy, 12, 13 years ago, I used to go to bus stops, go to gardens like this, to use stick, big stick, mighty stick. I will be using it to pursue children to school. They go there to buy marijuana. If you see them, sometimes I will observe some of them. They will look clean. The moment they enter gang of that marijuana smoking, they will start looking unkept. They will start skipping school. I used to wait for them in the garden to beat their ass to school. Sometimes they will say, hey, you are not my mother. You can't tell me what to do. I'm not your mother. But today, I am your mother. You are either going to go to school or I will call the police. The police will call your mother and your father for you. But it's already too late. If I enter the school and everybody will be looking at me, it will be very shameful. It will be very shameful. So when you left the house and took your bags from home, your parents thought you were going to school. And you went to the garden or to the bus stop to sit down to look for marijuana to smoke. You didn't know it was shameful? Now, I'm telling you, you must go to school. I will follow you to your gate. You will enter your gate school. You will be so ashamed so that next time, when you leave home with your bag, you go straight to school. I beat them. I whip their asses to school. Children I didn't bet. To the extent that sometimes when I'm inside the bus, maybe months later, years later, some of them see me in the buses. They say, hi, ciao, buongiorno. I don't know them. I just smile. I'm like, you don't remember me? They ask me if I don't remember them. I say, no. With the children you used to drive to go to school, I will laugh. We will all laugh together. Are you going to school now? Yes. No. I go to school. When I leave home, you didn't see me in the garden anymore. I go to school. You Rastafarian motherfucker, you say you are preaching unity, one love, one life, about that bidi. But you are chronically smoking marijuana. Kids are looking at you, destroying their lives with marijuana as well. And all of you are there, you are pretending. Blood clots. Like you say in your own patois, blood clots is what you are. Pretenders. Especially you blacks. I'm looking at all of you. Anyway, let me just... All of this, as I was saying, you police is going around to give good police bad name. I want you to know, AK-47, I was a child when they brought it to steal in my hostel. When I was a child, defending, they were in my presence, they were just choking hands like children's pussy. And there was some that sleep, you know, some people sleep, they sleep far. So these children like me, I was also a child, sleeping. While they were sleeping they would just open their leg like this. They'll just be choking hands. Some will just jump on top of the girl and just start fucking the children. I was crying, I was fighting, I was pushing, I was blowing. I bite their ear, I bite their neck, I bite their hand. I was moving from one place to another, crying and fighting. They came in big groups with big guns and bags to take all the money and everything they came to take that day. So when I see you police with your cracker pistol you carry around doing like this, I just look at you. You haven't seen shit yet. Have you had AK-47 pointed to your head? I have. When they threw me on the grass like this police threw me that day, a couple non-Swedish, indigenous, useless police, foreigners in this land misbehaving in police uniform did to me that day. They threw me on the grass. They raised that AK-47, they spread it on the hair like chin chin, to show me that they were not joking. When we went back inside the hostel, I kept fighting them. They said, this girl, who do you think you are? We will kill you before we leave here. I said, I am who? I've told you I am. Adora, you can't do this. You came here to steal money, steal your money, take our money, and leave the children, and leave me alone. I don't know how many people, I can't count how many people were raped that day. Were molested, abused inside that hostel that day. There are still some of them living in the trauma till today. And all of you are pretending. You think it's today? It's been a long time coming. Anyways, let me just finish this video because we will continue from here another day. Let me show you people in case anybody is going to, because I bought a proper tent. I can also use this to camp if I finally start working and I'm on holidays in the summer, in the spring. Every time you can use the tent. It's a very, very good tent. I bought it from the company. I don't want to advertise their name anyway. I don't know if it will not, because some people don't like their name being called, but they actually did a reduction for me as well. So I had to buy this one because it's bigger, it's better, it's good. First of all, let's start like this because we have to run this up real quick because I have things to do, like I said. I have to go back to those what did they call it? I went to yesterday and they said their bosses were not around, so I'd like to go and leave my CV in those places because I need to work, I need to pay my rent, I need to leave the streets. Then the remaining of my salary will be going for the debt money. They've been sending me to buy this, to survive, to have food to eat. Because the people that sent me money, they are not billionaires, they are not millionaires. they didn't bet me, so I have to give them back their money. So let's do it. But this one, I'm doing it for myself as a remembrance, but also for anybody that want to come, or if you find yourself in a situation where you are like this. I don't wish it on any of you to be inside the cold like this, but in the summer, in the spring, you can also enjoy things like this. So first off, this is my water. Hot water. You can find hot water from anywhere. If you just give a container to anybody, even in a bar, anywhere you find yourself on this earth, people will always give you hot water. Then you can put it inside here. My own, I boil it in the microwave where I make my tea. So this is going back inside my bag. You know what? I will try and see. So this is my black bag I carry around because I will try and see if I can remount the tent again so that I can show you how to unmount it and mount it, so that if you also in the future find yourself, you know it's not difficult. So I also bought these big socks. If you go to any sportive places or certain supermarket, you find big socks like this. With this one, you will not feel cold in your legs at all. So I use this to start. So this is actually, thank you Moa, the girl at XXL that actually recommended this for me. In the beginning, I didn't have money to buy it. Then later I went to buy it when I had money. When they sent me money again, debt money. So you can buy this. This is a sleeping bag. I enter inside. It's warm, and you know, with the water bottle, you can use it to sleep. So I would have done it on the ground. So you can do yours on the ground, but you will not see how I do it if I have to go inside the tent. So you do like this. So you fold it. It's a little wet, but it has a material that it dries up by itself. So, but sometimes you can ventilate it. If there is wind, you can open it up so it refreshes. I do it sometimes, but today we will not do it. I've not done it for a couple of days. So this is the bag. Put it inside. So this one is also for young people, old people, every people. If anybody is trying to control your life because they know you need things, you need to survive through them, look for a job, work. All my jobs, they are holding my jobs back because the happiness of other people keeps evil people miserable, right? That is what people said is jealousy, because I had to learn the meaning of jealousy on your social media. I didn't know, because it's a feeling I've never had, so I don't know the meaning. I think not long ago I have to always go to the dictionary, even right now to tell you the meaning of jealousy like this, but I know a little about it through learning from your social media, because it's a feeling I've never had. So you can see, you put it inside the bag. Now I'm going to show you my socks. Just show you have to like look for ways to not be jam-packing things too much. So I just fold it into two like this. I put it on top before I lock it finally. I'm doing it standing because I'm a very strong person. So if you are not that strong like me, don't do it standing. You can do it inside your tent. So you can see you have a full bag here, and then these sleeping bags, you can get it from you just go to where they sell camping things or outdoor things, recreational things, you find it. So you have a bag right here. I'm going to show you how I usually pack all my things to make it easier for me to carry around. You're going to see it at the end. So you see the sleeping bag is inside here. So now sleeping. This also is like your gym mat, but it's very light. It's, I don't know, it doesn't weigh anything at all. So usually I do like this, and then I fold it like this. Fancy? And then this, put it one, and then two. Sleeping mat folded. I'll show you the end product. Just wait. And then now we're going to do this. We're going to take the tent off the ground. You can see the tent, right? Yes. So inside, when you buy a tent, they give you all of this. It comes with the full package of the tent. So I'm going to be picking the nails you use to put the tent rope into the ground so it doesn't pull off when it's windy. So this is what I'm talking about. You remove it because usually you have to put it. I will try and see if I can redo it again. So I'm going around to pick this round the tent. So I'm still picking. Yes. So I've picked the first set, and I've picked the first set. So I'm going to remount it because I really want to show you how it's done. It's not difficult at all. It does look difficult, but it's not. So Gen Z and generations under them, or anybody that is above Gen Z that have not betted, you are not missing anything. Go and bet your children in another planet. Enjoy your life. Do things like this for yourself. Tour around the world. Work for yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself by yourself. And don't be slave to any societal man-made philosophy lies that comes with you, that you need a child, you need a degree, a pet, a title, a relationship to be complete or validated as a person. Because when you go 6 feet, none of them, nothing on this earth is going 6 feet with you. And anybody that does not give you oxygen, that can't create oxygen you breathe, must not be your validator. You should be validating you. the first part of the tent that you have to mount. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I will unmount it and mount it real quick. Then I finish the video. So you see, this is actually what stands the net. So you do it like this. Like this. It comes in another bag like this inside the tent bag when you buy it. So it just all comes together. So this is the back one. I'm going to remount it again. Since I'm already here, let me just do it today because so that I know I've done all. So usually this is the first part of the tent that goes to the ground. Okay. So this is actually where it starts. This I bought actually from IKEA. I cut it and it's supposed to be my summer mat, but since I was not having money, I bought another one now to put on the ground. When you go to the recreational outdoor shops, you tell them you need an under tent water resistant foundation. They will give you something like this, but it's stronger than this, it's better than this, it's not really like this. And it doesn't weigh too much as well. I bought that one now before my money finishes because you can never know. So usually I just fold this like this, and then and it's also not heavy at all. So I just fold it like this. I have its own bag. I put it inside, and then I add it to my and then I add it to my I should not go and follow. And then I add it to my bag. I'll show you how I do it. So let me start from the beginning. This is actually how. Because let me just do the video today so that I know that I'm. Usually this one, the foundation has to go down. Then I put this on top. And then when it's windy like this, it's better you go real quick with this one and hold it down before the wind takes everything away. So usually this is what I do. putting in the ground, don't do direct like this. You do it like this, like not like this, like this. So when you hold that, you bring your that's so there is a hole here to drink, and comes out from the other side. And oh, you to there. You can start from the back, you can start from the front, anywhere you like. Yeah, that's the first part. Usually, a lot to that. And come in, and then you take this, rearrange. It arranges almost by itself, so because it's very to the back. So you can see you have a tent ready, and then the only thing you have to do is this. And the only thing you have to do now is this upper part. You just throw it on. And usually it comes with something like this. It's like a buckle. So you buckle this to this one. It has two sides you have to buckle. Let me show you. So usually it comes with something like this. Okay, so you have to buckle it. See, you buckle it there. And you go around. You buckle it as well. And then you bring the remaining tent back like this. Okay, so this one actually you hang it here like this to this. You can also use another nail if you want to, but me, I just use one. You hang it here as well, and then you buckle here as well. And see, so you just buckle it round, and then usually I have this my light. I hang it here in the night. You put it on, so that maybe anybody can know somebody is here. And then So you can see it's very, very simple and interesting as well to build up. So let me put it back because yeah. So you can see the tent is ready. I usually put this light either on the at the front here or at the back. It depends anyway. So you can see the tent is rather. You can zip up your tent and you have a tent. And usually I just throw my stuff inside and then enter inside and that's it. Very simple. So it's up to you to either make your life what you want your life to become, or people around you on this earth that can't give you oxygen that you breathe, or that will never go 6 feet with you, will make your life what they want you to become. The choice is yours. Adora out this bitch. Celebrate, child free, pet free, friend free. For life, reciprocated politeness is not like this. I just want to show you how I actually put the bag together because I want to show you everything for full. I'll put all the videos together. So this is the tent now that I've removed. So the upper and the lower one, okay, I folded it. So this is the bag. That is comes white. So I'm gonna put it into this. Don't come near me. Don't do that, your attention seeking SU. I'm not your miserable, disgusting mother. Big for nothing. Yeah, so this, and now we pick the remaining nails. So this actually comes to the tent. This actually, it's another bag it actually goes into. I'm sure I think I left it somewhere. I don't know. Let me go see. In wise, so my light, put it off. Okay. It's starting to drizzle. It's drizzling now, which means it's raining little. I always tend to not use too much grammar because you know you people do me piri piri. So let me not go and be speaking English people. What does that mean? Drizzling means when the rain is falling little. So don't talk in my video. Don't advertise yourself in my video. Go elsewhere. Anyway, so this is it. I have to be faster now. Don't advertise on your dog. This dog that you do it to. As for me, I'm glad I will never ever have an insect as my responsibility. My dog that I used to have as a child was killed by a human being. So as I'm here, you see 360 degrees. My freedom. Those of you that have dogs that are good people, good for you. But don't go around and be trying to make people look like they need a dog to be complete, to be validated. Your useless philosophy, take it elsewhere. Me as I'm here, I've done my part for 30 years. I've owned a dog. If you think maybe pets is my problem, no. I don't need even insects to validate who I am. I'm celibate, child free, pet free, friend free for eternity. You don't like what you hug a moving train. So, see, everything is off the ground. So I'm going to put this. Usually I put it inside the bag I made for this. I think I want to put more over that. So put that there. And also put this. And then yes, so see, now it's ready. I like to tie it one time. Yeah, this is what I usually do to make it look more chic. To make it look more chic and more simple looking, you know. We cannot be looking like what we've been through. So I made a way that I had this. I'm going to show you something. I have to do it. Anyway, let's try and see if I can do it like this. So I put this like this in the middle like this. I also put the tenting mat as well. I can't do it standing. This is going to be because I'm just going to our bed are shit everywhere. Yeah, so usually I